and I never knew.
My name is Lori Bass. I want to tell you about what caused me to have obsessions about murdering people. Is the late 70s. I went on a job interview. These three men told me if I wanted the job that I had to come back with them back to their condominium over in Encino. That they had paperwork and for things for me to sign and were going to train me for the job. So I agreed because I needed the job. And I got to their place and I think they put it in my drink, but they were able to drug me. I ended up somewhat passing out, and next thing you know, they were on the bed, all beating me all over, and they all raped me one after another, and did it several times. They used different objects that they shoved up me as well. Well, I was able to get away because eventually they all passed out, so I snuck away. But I had no way of getting home, and I had to walk home. My clothes were all ripped, I was bloody, I was beaten, I was in a lot of pain. It took me quite a long time just to heal over this, but the scenario of them doing this over and over and over again to me kept going on in my head. And it caused me nightmares, it caused me all kinds of problems, and all I wanted to do was get back at these three men. And so one of the ideas that I came up with, that I was obsessing over and over and over again, was I was gonna break in to their condominium, and then I was gonna drug all three of them. And everything they did to me, I was gonna do to them. And one of the ideas that I would obsess about would be to hang them upside down by their private parts and cause them the pain in their private parts that they caused me, and use objects on them and in their areas, and stick things up inside of them and torture them just like they did me. And then, after doing that, I wanted to take gasoline and pour it all over them, and then set them all on fire. I didn't want to get in trouble for it, but I obsessed about doing that for years and planning different ways to do it, as to how to get in, how to kill them all, and this and that. I didn't do any of the things, but the obsessions and the thoughts about murdering these men to this day, once in a while, will come to my head. I just hope at this point that they are not doing this to other women.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm 24 years old and I'm a bartender here. I make everyone smile with a drink, one drink at a time. When I was young, I watched this movie. It was about a mom and a son traveling across country on a bus. The bus stops at this gas station for a long pit stop. The mom sees a bar across the street. She tells her son, "Stay here." She then proceeds to go inside the bar, and then a stranger comes up. He romances her, buys her a drink, tells her that she's beautiful, and then asks her if she would like to dance. She says yes. The stranger then leads her to this dark alley, and they dance. Then he murders her. It's only natural that you would think that I would empathize with the son, but that's not the case. I actually relate more to the mom, in the sense of being romanced by a stranger into your murder. People often ask me, how would I like to die? And my answer is always the same. I will be murdered. Matter of fact, this is how my murder fantasy will play out. I'm walking down a street at nighttime in a big city. I'm greeted by a stranger, a beautiful stranger. You know, very easy on the eyes and very kind. He begins small talk, and I've never turned down a conversation, so I converse with the man. We talk for a little bit, and he proceeds to ask me if I could help him with something. Help him with heavy boxes in an alley. So with me being naive, I said, sure. He takes me to the alley, and I look around, and there's no boxes. Then it dawns on me. This is it. This is the end. And then he stabs me, completely all over, particularly in my chest. The pain is excruciating, but it's peaceful. While he's stabbing me, I look in his eyes and I see rage, but it's beautiful. And then I ask myself, why me? Why little old me? Then I think, why not me? He could have chosen anyone in the world, a loved one, hell, another stranger, but he chose little old me. Well, he slices my neck, and that is what makes me die. And there I am, a bloody but beautiful mess.
I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They learn much more than I never knew. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful